Wat je ziet bij het World Trade Center. Dit zijn beelden van gebouw nummer 7.
Ja.
Ja.
Ze hebben gewoon kolommen weggeblazen. Ze is nagesprongen. Dus dit is controlled demolition.
Zeker weten.
Zeker weten. Er is nagesprongen. Dit is in opdracht gebeurd. Dit heeft een team gedaan van experts.
Maar dit is ook op 11 september gebeurd.
Dezelfde dag?
Dezelfde dag.
Dezelfde dag? Weet je dat zeker?
Ja.
Was het zeker weten de 11e? Totaal geen waar zijn.
7 uur nadat de World Trade Center naar beneden viel.
Ja? Hebben ze hard gewerkt.
Molten metal pools under both towers after they collapsed, and Building 7. Now, Building 7 wasn't even hit by a jet, you know, and yet it comes down, and then it's got this molten metal underneath.
This is 6 weeks later, almost 6 weeks later. We're gonna hold off on the water. See the stuff he's pulling out? Yeah. It's red hot.
Metallurgists in Massachusetts had looked at World Trade Center 7 steel and some from the towers also. Strange, they said, that high temperature sulfidation. Where does this sulfur come? Where do these high temperatures come from? Well, the answer, you see, we're getting at, it's totally consistent with this thermate. You see, it's like a fingerprint that the criminal left behind. This carries with it evidence. How was this done? What was used? Brilliant reaction. It was white flare, this white dust, which is aluminum oxide coming up, and then this yellow hot molten metal, just white yellow hot, flowing out of this reaction.
These things, the good things that have been done, the reforms that have been made, the wars that have been stopped, was not done by government edict. It was not done by the 3 branches of government. It was not done by that structure which we learn about in junior high school, which they say is democracy. It was all done by citizens' movements. And then keep in mind that great movements in the past have risen from small movements, from tiny clusters of people that have gotten together here and there. Strong enough, it doesn't matter who's in the White House. What really matters is what are people doing, what are people saying, what are people living angry.
happy to see you and all your peanut guys doing the perp walk for your indiscretions with 9/11. We know that you all get it.
And when he took his goddamn war, he took her name. And I'm damn taking it back.
My thesis is Abel Danger are the terrorist controllers. Mohammed Atta, he can't get through the day. He's got to have money. He's got to have help. Terrorist controllers, case officers, babysitters for Atta. The main consumer of Abel Danger intelligence is Major General Jeffrey Lambert, Special Forces. And he tells them, he says, look, they have a chart with all these Al-Qaeda characters, including Atta, before the fact. And he gets these yellow Post-it notes, and he puts one on Atta's face, saying, that reminds you, you can't share information about him. So they knew exactly who these people were, of course, because they were telling them what to do. Every year there's a drill called Able Warrior. And the theme is only one thing, anti-terrorism. Now if you look at the way that they do this, they have drills in binary pairs. One side pretends to be the defenders, and the other side pretends to be the attackers, okay? So if Able Warrior are the defenders, anti-terrorism, what's Able Danger? Able Danger is a troop of attackers to be used to simulate attacks during anti-terror drills. In other words, those double agents are there as actors, if you like, in normal drills, but then at a certain point, wham, the drill goes live and something happens.
Well, people sometimes say to me, well, what do you have, a conspiracy theory?
The use of conspiracy theory as a derogatory, as an epithet almost, is something that propagandists have perfected over the decades, and it's a useful tool for eliminating articulate dissent and other points of view and information that might be inconvenient for a policy agenda.
Do you think there's some, do you think these leaders are just deliberately trying to manipulate the whole world just to suit themselves? What do you say? Conspiracy theorists. How do you like that? I mean, do you think there's actually a group of men sitting in a room who sit there and are plotting these things? For some reason, do you hear that? You have that up here? You think there's a group of people sitting around in a room? But somehow that image is supposed to be very compelling, you know? It's so improbable. And I always say, oh, no, they don't sit around in a room. They meet on carousels and they talk to each other that way. Or they do, what do they call it? free falling. No, with the parachute guy? They all lock arms. You can see those parachutes. What? Skydivers. They all skydive. You see them locking arms. What do you think they're talking about when they're all locked arms like that? That's where they meet. Of course, they meet in rooms.